Guys, again, thank you so much for coming out and supporting comedy in this city. We can't thank you enough. We also want to thank Matt Ward and Kenny Zimlinghaus, who you'll hear from, for coming to Houston and sharing their hilarity with us. So I'm going to bring up your next comedian. It is one of the aforementioned two. This guy's from Knoxville, Tennessee. He's super hilarious and super nice. So if you guys could start clapping again, get it going real loud for Matt Ward.
What an honor to be on stage after Andy. This kind of... Give it up for Andy, guys. Come on. That is single-handedly the best Twitter joke you will ever hear in your life. It was amazing. I have to tell other people about that. Also, they do an open mic here on Monday nights, and for those of you that don't know about it, this is ground zero for the comedy scene in this city. So come down here on Monday nights and support that. Come on, make some noise for it. I drove all the way from Knoxville to be in our first show we did on Thursday in Dallas. I drove straight from Knoxville. We did a show on a Wednesday night in Knoxville, and then immediately got in my car and drove 14 hours to Dallas, and that was brutal. At one point, I started nodding off, and I thought I should pull over and get some sleep in a Walmart parking lot, because that's safe. So I did, and I'm sitting in the Walmart parking lot in my car, and it's getting a little cold, so I turn on the car and let it run so the heat's going, and I sleep for about 30 minutes. And that 30 minutes of sleep consists of me waking up every 5 minutes thinking that I've fallen asleep at the wheel. So it's literally like every 5 minutes I go, ah! Oh. After about the 6th time, or after about the 4th time, I finally just looked up and was like, ah, damn it! Like, why would I ever be asleep at the wheel, curled up with my head? Like, how would I not know that I've fallen asleep? Like, I was so comfy. I was like, I'm still going straight. The alignment's good in this rental. It's ridiculous. I love sleep. Sleep is fun. Crazy dreams. Don't eat peanut butter before you go to bed. I learned that. I don't do psychedelic drugs anymore. I just eat peanut butter before a nap. And then I have some insane dreams, and it's fun. But I haven't slept much since 1987, thanks to Gloria Estefan. Because I know, somewhere, somehow, the rhythm is going to get me. It's going to get me. It's going to get me. Worried about that shit for the longest time, till recently I saw a video of Nicki Minaj on YouTube, and I thought, oh, that's all that happens when the rhythm gets you. You just end up looking like what Japanese people think black people look like. I am a robot. Da, 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 da. Bo, 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 bo. I smoke a lot of weed, which I'm required to because my hair's this long. And tried to stop, and they said, you're going to have to cut your hair. And I said, no, I'm not cutting my hair. Because now when I get to go to my high school reunions, I'm the only not bald person. And that's the only thing I have on them because they all have good jobs. So when they're like, hey, so what are you doing now? Well, I'm a stand-up comedian. They're like, yeah? I'm like, yeah, I am. I do stand-up comedy. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say? What did you say your $75,000 job was? What did you say? You have 6 kids? I'm so sorry about all of that. That's why you're bald. Okay. It's okay to be bald. I don't do drugs as much as I used to. I still will partake here and there if it's free, but that's okay. But I don't believe in stoner myths. A lot of my friends are bigger stoners than I am. I don't believe like pot doesn't kill brain cells. One friend tells me that all the time. Dude, pot doesn't kill brain cells. It's the alcohol you drink that's killing your brain cells. You're like, really? Because we just did a 3-liter gravity bong hit, and neither of us are talking right now. We're just making facial expressions, and I'm making them back to you. Yeah, what's that? Okay. Ah, yeah, Steve. This is also the same friend that loses his keys in his hand. also starts his car twice. Yes, that guy. That's him. Now, if you know somebody that consistently starts their car twice, that pretty much eliminates them from ever being able to give you any advice that you can take seriously. Like every other time, they're just like, And you're like, what are you doing? Be like, oh, this is so quiet. I didn't know it was already running. Well, the lights are, we're moving. Like, what are you doing? Why are you even touching the ignition while we're going down the freeway? What's wrong with you? They also tell me weed makes everything better. It makes movies better. It makes music better. It makes food better. I agree with that one. Here's one thing smoking pot does not make better: being arrested for possession of marijuana. It is equally bad, stoned or sober. Sucks either way. But I don't believe all drugs should be legal. Some people think we should just legalize all drugs. I don't think meth should ever be legal. Any drug that ages you 25 years and 15 minutes, not the best for America. Have you ever seen The Faces of Meth? Yes. Which shows the progressive pictures of someone like as they get the throes of addiction. It's like 6 months in, they just look really sleepy. A year in, they look really sleepy, but like they also lost a fight. And then like 18 months in, they just look like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I don't know what happens in the year to 18-month phase for meth, but it's real brutal. It's real bad. I could just imagine that like smoking meth for them transitions to be something like this at that like 18-month period. It's just like,
me likes it. Give it to me. We must take it from them. We must have the precious, the pseudo, the Tina. Tina.
So being a full-time comedian, I try to get work at like clean shows and stuff too. And that specific bit is the only bit that's ever lost me a gig. I was going to do like a children's birthday party. And the woman went online and Googled me, watched 2 videos. Watched one, I did 10 minutes about porn. Probably should have pulled that one down. Was okay with that. And then she saw the Gollum one, she's like, you're just creepy. I'm never gonna let you be around kids with that voice. That's gonna scare the crap out of them for the rest of their lives. But I did find a place where that voice comes in handy. So fellas, listen up closely. If you have a lady and you go out with your gentleman friends and you get a little hammered and a hottie starts macking on you and your dumb brain of blackout drunk starts taking her home to her place and you get back there and she wants to hook up and you sober up enough to realize you don't want to do this, it's the perfect time for the Gollum impression. You just gotta wait for the exact moment, which is when she goes for the belts, gets that second loop undone, and you go,
this is going to be great.
boom, she's fucking gone. Unless she's a Lord of the Rings fan, then you're fucked. You're in for the longest creepy blowjob of your life. She's just gonna be like, this is, and she's gonna, was that a Gollum impression? That was really good. Do you want to hear my impression of a Urukai? Man flesh. I love you guys. I was worried about that. The fact that any of you even knew what a Urukai was. I was just gonna say orc, but I went extra nerdy, and you stayed with me. And now we're friends for life. I have this irrational fear. This is the only main rational fear that occurs in my brain. When I die, when they put me in a body bag, of getting my penis zipped up in the zipper of the body bag. Like I'm gonna be dead, but my brain's going, you're gonna be floating above yourself, departing into wherever, and looking down going, no, 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 no! Oh! Oh! I really don't like that feeling. I don't do it as much anymore, but I used to zip my pants up really fast At the Dallas show, one of the ladies in the crowd afterwards said, "Why don't you just wear underwear?" I was like, "You don't know how penises work. They will find their way out. We've got dick holes, okay?" Which are the worst. Have you ever tried to use the... Guys, it doesn't work. You have to do one of these. When you try to get it out, it's impossible. When you don't want it to get out, it's free willy. It's out. It's out. And I have a rule: if you ever zip your cash and prizes up in your zipper more than once, you throw those pants away, because they are clearly not lucky pants. Clearly not lucky. Got stoned the other day, made the mistake of going to Waffle House, and tried to order pancakes. They don't serve pancakes at Waffle House. Server looked at me like the stupidest human being that ever lived. He said, "We don't serve pancakes. We've never served pancakes, sir." And I was like, that's embarrassing. Because at that moment in time, I was less intelligent than a Waffle House employee. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave. I'm embarrassed. I get up to leave. There's two girls starting to fight just outside the front door. And I know this because one girl says to the other girl, "You don't know me, bitch." Ladies know this. That means go time. It also means the girls that do know her also want to fight her. That's what that means. You know what the male equivalent to that phrase is? "Dude, I'm a grown-ass man." You ever hear your male friends say that? Whatever they just did or said was the polar opposite the behavior of a grown-ass man. It's never, ever like, "Dude, I can't fit into those children's pajamas. I'm a grown-ass man." Nope, that would make sense. It's always something like, "I'm not dressing up for that job interview. I'm a grown-ass man." No, you're not. You're a dumb human being and your sperm works. And I don't know why that is. The dumber the better. That's the way it is. So I went to the International House of Pancakes when I left. And I ordered some fucking waffles. Fuck Waffle House. Because at IHOP they have pancakes and waffles. Here's one thing they don't have at IHOP: redneck girl fights. So I instigated one. I think Waffle House just needs to change their name. Make it a little easier for some people that have never heard of it to avoid it. First of all, they serve all types of different items. They serve eggs, they serve sausage, bacon. It's just breakfast. And second of all, it's not a house. It's more like a trailer. So let's just call it what it is: breakfast trailer. Where we play Kid Rock 24 hours a day. And the only ironic thing that's ever happened here is Kid Rock got in a fight in a Waffle House while Kid Rock was playing on the jukebox, and he beat up a Kid Rock fan. And then a wormhole opened up, and then Sam from Quantum Leap came out. And he also tried to order pancakes. You guys are wonderful. So I don't like driving that long distances. For some reason, I'm a stoner, so I get profiled as it is. You know, they just see me in the car, and once they realize I'm not a chick, they pull me over. That's usually how that works. And so they give me a bright red rental car with no cruise control. So that way I have at least 5 minutes of material to do about going to jail on the way home. So I'll have that for you guys if you want to check my website in about a week. It's going to be good. I grew up in the country, and one of the amazing things about growing up in the country is you get to experience cat fights. I don't know, some of you have experienced this. Cats only fight at 3 a.m. outside your bedroom window. That's where kitty cats go to throw down. You're dreaming. You're in REM mode. I'm dreaming about getting my dick zipped up. All of a sudden, in the middle of that, I hear... How do cats have reverb? How do cats have reverb? That's amazing. It's like they're in a giant cauldron. It sounds like one of those Halloween CDs you get for the kids, like to scare them. when they get closer to the ground. It sounds like they're saying stuff at certain points. What are you doing, my phone? I'm dreaming, so now my dream has gone from my dick getting zipped up to a terrorist attack. I'm just... One blow. 25 minutes of kitty cat build-up for one strike. And then it just starts over again. The other cat just goes, oh yeah? Shaka Khan. It's too glorious stuff on references. What if humans fought that way? What if people fought like cats? Going down the street. Outside the dance club, somebody shoulder checks you. You're like, oh, sorry, man. He's like, fuck you, dude. You look like Ellen. Really? Really? We're gonna go? We're gonna do this? I got something for you, buddy. Got my ass kicked. Did not work. Did not work at all. I think Amber Alerts could be more effective if they lied or embellished a little bit during the Amber Alert. Perfect example. 14-year-old Becky Jones. Last seen, December 14th. She was in a blue sedan, wearing a brown jacket, and carrying a backpack with 4.5 pounds of marijuana. I'd find that little bitch in 24 hours. And I'd be taking her to Waffle House and trying to order pancakes. Hey guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ward Comedy. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Matt Ward.